Alright, everybody, so I just hopped on Dragon Ball Z Final Stand to see if my time chamber is up on my Saiyan, and I want to explain the potential system in this game to the best that I can because it is still it's still a new system, right? So we still don't really know exactly how it works. But Kami here kind of explains it. So the EXP bar represents your remaining time. I love that feature, by the way. It's a 2-in-1. So number one, the reason he made it this way is because he doesn't want people to find the meta for getting EXP against Goku, for example. Like, he doesn't want people to find, like, the fastest way to do it and just instead worry about just fighting Goku. Which, by the way, I have a lot of fun with it because I get to practice combos on him, which is really fun for me. I know a lot of people can't quite handle him, but as you get better at the game, you'll be able to handle Goku. So that is one reason that it hides the EXP bar. The other reason is it represents your remaining time, so instead of having a time limit, which stresses you out, like, oh, I gotta do the most effective method I can in this amount of time, now it's just like, okay, you're gonna get your XP either way, it just depends on how long it takes you to get it. But sometimes if you leave the time chamber and you're out of potential, you can't get back in. What is potential? There are many types of potential, but the type the time chamber requires is the potential of lost time. This means experience you may have missed out on while spending your time not training. But if you train all day every day, you won't have any lost potential. So basically, the time chamber is gathering all the XP that you missed throughout your day in order to allow you to go in and train. It is using the XP that you missed as quote-unquote potential to allow you to go in the train. So what you're not trying to lose your potential, but every day, let's say every single day, you have your potential starts out at 0. Like, you haven't earned anything, so you're not reaching your max potential. And the time chamber, it basically takes the day, and any potential that you haven't earned in that day yet, the time chamber can help you get to. So I'm assuming that means that if you are PvPing, the XP that you get through PvPing, anything you don't do in that day, that XP will transfer to the time chamber and you can get it in the time chamber. Maybe if you miss your daily quests, the XP from that translates to time chamber XP. Perhaps if you didn't do bounties that day, maybe perhaps your gravity chamber, just whatever it is, maybe your image training. We don't quite know yet, but it's XP that you didn't get throughout the day. So can I go in? I cannot. I've reached my maximum potential. Now, I do have a theory on this, and I will not be leveling my Saiyan for another hour, because for me it is 10 in the morning right now, and my dailies reset at 11 in the morning. So I'm thinking maybe the time chamber will reset at 11 in the morning Eastern time. So whatever time zone that is for you, you may have to look it up to translate it. My theory right now is that when that strikes, it's considered a new final stand day, and maybe I can go into the time chamber, because basically the idea is when you start the day, that's when you want to go into time chamber, because you have all the potential for the day, and you can go into time chamber, use up that potential for the day, and then after that is when you go do your daily quests, you finish up any green quests, see if you can still get sparring XP, see if you can go do image training, see if you can do gravity room. So today I'll be testing that theory, but I believe that is how it works, and we'll find out by the end of the video if that is actually how potential works. Alright, moment of truth. I did actually end up getting some XP because of the world raid, but that shouldn't mean anything because I haven't done all my dailies, I haven't done any PvP. Can I go in? Yes, I can go in. Okay, so that kind of settles the time chamber thing. I think I cracked the code on time chamber. As you can see, I got meteor burst, so that's because I did the raid. But guys, time chamber, it low-key resets at 11 a.m. EST. Like, kinda. Because I just tried an hour ago to get into time chamber and it wouldn't let me. And now I'm in time chamber. So let's see if I can get Goku to Super Saiyan God. Okay, Goku, you are a problem. And you need to relax. There we go. It seems like I'm still gaining XP while I'm sparring. Oh, nice. Alright, there we go. That's the level I was looking for. Alright, there we go. Alright, everybody, so in conclusion, based off of what Kami describes potential as and my own testing, that potential is basically a system in the game that allows you to gain XP. There are a bunch of different types of potential. The type of potential that Time Chamber worries about is the quote-unquote potential of lost time. So, from my experience from this testing, the potential of lost time takes all the EXP that you missed out on or haven't yet received for the day on all the other avenues of potential that give you XP. So it takes your PvP sparring, it possibly takes your daily quests, it possibly takes your gravity chamber, stuff like that. And it doesn't steal it, but it takes that sum of EXP potential that you can receive, and that is the amount that you can go into the time chamber with. So the more that you're training, the less that you can go into the time chamber. And the best way to min-max it so that way you can do both training and time chamber is by going into the time chamber first, which basically means that your potential of lost time isn't used up yet, and it takes the most XP that it possibly can. And I believe that timer resets at 11 in the morning, because which is Eastern Standard Time, by the way, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So translate that to your time zone. And from what I can tell, that reset my time, because an hour beforehand I couldn't go in, as you guys saw in the video, but then an hour later I could totally go in. And I'm pretty sure it's because it took my lost time, possibly from that day, but it might have taken it from the previous day. I genuinely I don't know how it works fully, but this is the most information that we've gotten that is factually true. There's a lot of videos on YouTube right now that are trying to explain potential, and like, no offense to those YouTubers, but like, it's information that, like, some of the information is straight up bullcrap. Like, you don't have to stay off the game for 3 days. No, that's not what you have to do. That might help, but I don't think you should stay off the game for 3 days just to go into the time chamber. I think that this is just by far has to be the best explanation so far, just because it's I did that research for it, right? And I'm not too sure what else to say about it. I hope that this is how it works and there's not some other secret funny business going on that we don't know about that's going to stop it from working. It is very possible that the potential of lost time takes after the previous day's lost time. So maybe that's why when you first load in, you can do time chamber and it's super duper effective because there was no previous day data to go off of. That is a theory that we could test. So I'm not too sure. Like, I genuinely, I have no concrete proof of exactly 100% how it works, but we are seeing evidence that it's something along these lines. Shout out to that guy. My alert box is still on. It's something along these lines of something to do with the day's XP that you're gaining and potential from the other avenues of XP converting into time chamber time. And the timer resets every final stand day, which is 11 a.m. Eastern. That's all the information I have to give you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video. As you can see, I'm gaining XP from the gravity chamber. I've gained 2 bars so far. So clearly it's not stealing my gravity chamber XP from me. So that's a good sign. So let me know what you guys think. Hope this helped, and you guys have a wonderful day.